I want to know just how Girlypop each and every one of the squirrels in Animal Crossing are. For those of you who've been following this little research moment, as you know, I have been going through species that are just interesting to me to understand how Girlypop each of them are. I have always been an outside observer of Animal Crossing. I've played a handful of the games, but I haven't played it like hardcore enough to know the entire like list of villagers. So it's been really fun for me to just go in and analyze them from a Girlypop perspective to understand which ones I like, which ones other people might like. There's a lot of species, so this will probably be something that we just touch on whenever we want to. But anyway, we're doing the squirrels. As we analyze these squirrels, I will be putting them on our Girlypop tier list. For the people who are new here, let's quickly go over the tier list. Mother is for characters that take it all the way to 120%. They're really pushing the envelope. Girlypop is for characters that are Girlypop. This could be cutesy, this could be girly, this could be femme, this could be soft, but this could also be a character that just has a really good design, something that stands out, something that can really be the star of your island, your town, your village. Normally, we like to say that okay is something that can complement a Girlypop or a mother, but it just doesn't go as far as to call it a Girlypop. Then we have looks around. This is for characters that have potential. I don't really see it, but I can acknowledge that someone else could see the potential in this design. And then we have skip. I hope you didn't get the plane ticket, the train ticket, the boat ticket to come to my place, because that money, wasted. So let's jump in and figure out just how Girlypop these squirrels are, honey. Starting off, we have Agent S. Her favorite saying is, "You've got to put the pedal to the metal." And her catchphrase is sidekick. First off, I really wonder if we're going to get any squirrel puns. I'm really interested to see how the squirrels develop. I said this about the cats because the cat also had like a superhero one, the one with the motorcycle helmet, the weird face, them dressed up like a superhero. I don't get it, but I really relate to it. I think like the full commitment to just like having your own drag and just like being in it without explaining it, that's very much me. But all in all, I don't really see this as a full Girlypop serve. It's cute, it's charming, it could definitely be a fun accessory, what with the beautiful colors of blue, it being a squirrel, it's just naturally cute. And I think we're going to see a lot of naturally cuteness happening with the squirrels. That's going to carry them a lot. This isn't going to be a mainstay. This is going to be okay. Next, we're going to talk about Kit because he's showing up out of order and that bugs me. I like to do an alphabetical order, but maybe the squirrels are going to be a little bit chaotic. We're just going to go as they come. They're a Japanese-only squirrel girly. His catchphrase is
らっきょうらっきょう
I actually couldn't find a translation of what that means. Anybody in the comment section, if you speak a little bit of Japanese, I would love some context on that. This is a cute little baby, but I can't let him get carried by being a squirrel. He's trying to take Tangy's thing with the whole citrus thing. Like, girl, get a grip. That's Tangy's thing. It doesn't really match you. I do like how cute it looks. It reminds me of that one video game. I'll put it up on screen. They don't explicitly say that they're referencing this, and I don't know the time of release, but they remind me of that character, that mascot. But all in all, I don't really think Kit is giving much. I'm gonna put it in okay. Next, we have Blaire. Her favorite saying is practice makes perfect, and her catchphrase is nutlet. So here we go, we got a pun. The question is, are you going to take it as far as the anteaters took it? I appreciate it, it's a little bit fun, it's a little bit cute. I like this character. As you can see, much like Kit, she was trying to take out of Tangy's lane. And you know what, I appreciate the consistency, but I really do think that we see her full actualization in the most recent game in New Horizons. I mean, the change of the outfit matching the statement piece of the rose in the house, it's all very sophisticated, very beautiful. Not only is Blaire a natural cutie pie because she's a squirrel, but she's taking it to a level that shows her own personality, and I like that. Blaire is Girlypop. Next, we have Callie. Her favorite saying is, it's always tea time somewhere, and her catchphrase is, wee. I feel like that matches the squirrel a lot. Squirrels are known to be kind of manic and chaotic, and you don't really know what they're thinking because it's questionable if they even know what they're thinking. I kind of like that. But all in all, Callie is kind of a poser. She's kind of a copier. I like the initial like onset look. I appreciate the squirrels taking the silhouette and turning it into something else. She is a really interesting character, and honestly, the more I look at her, I kind of get a little bit scared. It's giving Momo realness. I'm not going to recommend that you look that up if you don't know what Momo is. You're not chronically online enough, and that's a good thing. Don't go to Google. I like the outfit, I like the look. It's a statement and it draws me in, but then you look at her house and it's like she's trying to copy Tangy. She's trying to copy Felicity. She's even trying to copy a little bit of Meow. The houses aren't bad, but I don't really understand who she is as a person other than that crazy look. Honestly, like the more I'm looking at her eyes, it really does scare me. Like there's something about that design that really unsettles me. I'm putting her in looks around. Next we have Caroline. Her favorite saying is new brooms sweep clean. That's actually like so true. Like it took me a second to really digest that, but it's true. It's like, girl, use the nice things, use the new things. Like if you have something that's really, really old, you need to like at least go in and like clean those bristles out or just get a new broom, because a new broom does work smarter, not harder. And her catchphrase is hula. Now, think I'm missing something with this, but what I'm getting is like beach girl. She's really, really tan. She's got blonde hair. You can see in some of her photos that her hair actually goes all the way back. I like that. And then with like the sort of like teal turquoise blue eyeshadow, it's giving like 80s leather skin tanned girl realness. And you really get the vibe of that in some of her iterations of her house. Beach chairs, it's like kind of like a beachy home, like a beach house. Even her first iteration is like kind of like Hawaii core. It's not like actually Hawaiian, but you get what I'm saying, like Hawaiian core. But the last house, what's happening, Caroline? Are you trying to change up on us a little bit? That being said, there's enough of a history there. There's enough there. I guess I'll give Caroline Girlypop, but there's something about her that makes me want to knock her down a bit. Maybe later on we're going to get a more fleshed out understanding of what Girlypop is in the squirrel species. But as you can see right now, it's all over the place. And maybe that matches the squirrels. You know, naturally squirrels are known to be quite manic and chaotic and unpredictable. I'm very much getting that in the design elements of this species. Next, let's talk about Cece. Her favorite saying is 2 heads are better than 1, and her catchphrase is stay fresh. For my Splatoon girlies, I know I have Splatoon people in my camp. Y'all ask me a lot to talk about Splatoon. I honestly haven't gotten into it myself, but I do understand the cultural impact of Splatoon. Like, as somebody who likes Jet Set Radio, I feel like we can all appreciate what Splatoon is, because it's kind of like that sort of like aesthetic, that vibe. Specifically, Cece is cosplaying Callie from Splatoon. I feel like the squirrel tail being like a more like amorphous appendage, like it's kind of like curly and stuff like that. It kind of reminds you of a squid thing, but all in all, this is a really, really fun character. She only shows up in the updated version of the 3DS game, which is very unfortunate, but as you can see, cohesive aesthetic, the Splatoon aesthetic is very much loved by the Girlypops. I'm gonna put Cece in Girlypop. Next, we have Filbert, and I'm really excited to get into this one because there's a lot to dig in. His favorite saying is, don't go nuts or anything. And his catchphrase is bucko. Now, Filbert is a reference to hazelnuts. Another name for the hazelnut is the Filbert nut. Squirrels, nuts, you get what I'm saying, right? It's fun, it's fun. I really like the combination of his face with his pun and his saying. It's like to look at someone bold face and be a squirrel and say, don't go nuts or anything. It's like he knows that that's just really egregious and terrible as a pun, but he also knows that it's really great at the same time. And he's like, girl, you like get into it. I like all of his outfits. And honestly, for me being very biased towards pink, as you can tell, the first outfit really eats, but I just appreciate the versatility in Filbert. There's a certain talent that he has for being able to pull off even a Christmas tree sweater. And he was trying to take from Tangy's lane again. What is it with the squirrels and the fruits? I don't get it. But the last houses, the most recent houses, we're really seeing Filbert's personality. He likes space. He likes looking out at the cosmos and everything. I think he understands that we are all part of a really, really grand existence. Or maybe we're not at all. But what we do know is we don't know anything. Because when you look out there, honey, I don't have the answer to you. Don't go nuts or anything. I'm actually gonna put Filbert in mother. I like this squirrel. Next, we have Hazel. Her favorite saying is never say never, and her catchphrase is uni wow. Credit to the fact that she is hazel colored, she's referencing the hazelnut, she's a squirrel, but the real meat and potatoes of this, the unibrow, uniwow, I don't know. The squirrels have really, really wild designs. I mean, look at what we've placed already so far. Comparing that to like the anteaters and even the cats, the squirrels have a lot of diversity. I don't like her style a lot, don't like her outfits a lot, don't like her houses a lot. but she has a lot of personality, and honestly, she would be a real good comedic relief on your village, your town, your island. And I also like the little swoop of the eyelash. She's giving you a little bit of girly girl. I'm gonna put her in okay. Next we have Ione. Her favorite saying is, "I was born under a lucky star," and her catchphrase is gleam. Wow. Wow. For those of you who don't keep their eyes peeled for Animal Crossing like I do, Ione is a very recent character, but like I didn't even play the 2.0 update. I played 1.0, I played it a lot, and then I just kind of dropped it after 2.0 for New Horizons, but I still saw a lot of media about Ione. Like, this is a visual queen. Comparing her to like Raymond, who was also talked about in the cat video and being a character added, I really appreciate that they're really utilizing the fact that they're being rendered on the Switch, like that tail with like the stars and the cosmos and everything. It's really cool, and it's something that you can only really achieve, I feel like, on more modern hardware. Just from a design standpoint, I really respect that. I don't really think that there's much to talk about here. We get the references. She has reference on reference on reference on reference, and we love that. That's very, very rounded out. It looks really good at the same time. The houses, the outfit, the makeup, the colors, it's all, let's just say this one together. 1, 2, 3.
Mother.
Next we have Marshal. His favorite saying is "seize the day," and his catchphrase is "sulky." Fun fact about Marshal, he is the only smug squirrel. And I think that this adds to the chaotic nature of the squirrel's designs. Like at this point in the video, I've accepted that every squirrel is going to be unexpected. Every squirrel is going to try their best to stand out. And that's something that I really appreciate. It's thought that Marshal is a reference to Marshmallow, a reference to like the color of his fur. I think that's really cute. Having like a grumpy marshmallow is very, very kawaii core. He doesn't have that like super, super girly, cutesy, cutesy kawaii style, but there's something about his aura that is. His house is very sophisticated, kind of like toned down a bit, but there's just something really cute about having this like grumpy squirrel who's like sulking around, but also is like reminding you to seize the day. That looks like a little bit like a marshmallow. I kind of like Marshal. Maybe there's just something about him that really makes him stand out that's not like super girly, but there's something that still makes him like one of the girls to me. I'm gonna say Marshal is Girlypop. Next we have Mint. Her favorite saying is "always lead by example," and her catchphrase is, I like this. I like this. I have an affinity towards the color green, and I don't feature it a lot in my content because I use a green screen. So I would just be invisible if I was wearing green makeup and hair and all that stuff, but I digress. She is trying a little bit to reheat Mitzi's nachos, but I think that she takes it in another direction that isn't offensive. I really like the lower eyelash. It's giving Gyaru. The juxtaposition of that blush on that green I think is really, really cute. And I really appreciate that her houses all have a little bit of mintiness. Her earlier houses with that minty wood on the floor, just to die for. Like this is really, really rounded out. And the last house too, really gorgeous. I mean, what more is there to say? Mint, she's not doing anything crazy like Anka, right? But she is one of the only squirrels to really have a fully realized look all the way through. And I think because she's referencing Mint, it's a very subtle concept, but she does go very camp with it. She's touching on the notes of like the feeling of Mint with her catchphrase, the look of Mint with her houses. She's also got like a very quirky style that is still cohesive. I'm gonna say that Mint is a very sophisticated mother. Next we have Nibbles. Her favorite saying is "appearances are like totally deceiving," and her catchphrase is "niblet." Okay, so the squirrels, there are standout squirrels, but I fear that like trying to reheat the Anteater's nachos with the puns, but not going all the way, trying to reheat the cat's nachos by like kind of taking a little bit from a lot of them, but specifically tangy, but still not going all the way. There's like a low commitment nature to them. And I think that's just how squirrels are. I mean, you know how squirrels are. Isn't it true that like squirrels will like bury nuts and then they forget where they are? I don't know if like they do that on purpose, but some way, somehow, they tend to capture the species that they're designing in Animal Crossing, even with like the lack of commitment to one thing, the lack of identity in one thing. I'll give flowers to Nibbles for this. While she is very much trying to take from Tangy, at least she's wearing the watermelon shirt. all the way through. Since the first day that you met her, she's going to wear the watermelon shirt. Towards the end, I'm liking the house a lot, but once again, I don't really know what I'm supposed to draw from this character. I'm just seeing a lot of color, a lot of shapes, a lot of motifs. None of this really makes sense as like a whole identity. Very cute. The buck teeth are very cute. Honestly, I'm gonna put Nibbles in okay. Next, we have Peanut. Her favorite saying is, never take a nibble when you can take a bite. Ow. And her catchphrase is slacker. Peanut's very much Girlypop. I mean, once you go like bright hot pink, you're already aspected towards Girlypop. There's a high diva resonance here. Let's be real. The fruit thing, it's starting to get a little bit tired. Maybe the squirrels are supposed to be the fruit ones first, but I just think that Tangy being the cat that looks like an orange, I don't see a squirrel that looks like an orange. I don't see a squirrel that looks like any of the citrus. I don't see a squirrel that's doing anything. Really, Nibbles was the closest that we got, and she's just wearing a watermelon shirt. I just think Tangy takes it far enough. I don't like Peanut's outfits as much. I wish Peanut had something more like Filbert's early design, something just a little bit more cutesy. But I do like her aura, I do like her vibe. Her New Leaf house, I feel like, is the aesthetic that is spot on for her. The New Horizons house, honestly, at this point, now doing 3 species this far, sometimes the New Horizons houses will like wash out the look of some of the divas. Sometimes it'll enhance it, but more often than not, I tend to notice that it takes a lot of personality away. I think that she would really complement a Girlypop aesthetic. Like, she would really be one of the stars, not the strongest because she does lose a little bit here and there, but she does have what makes a Girlypop. And I think that her personality really takes it far. Like, if I was having a visitor and they were talking to Peanut, I think that they would like Peanut's presence and aura. I'm gonna put Peanut in Girlypop. And next we have Pecan or Pecan. I'm Southern, okay? So I say things weird sometimes. Her favorite saying is, promises are like pie crusts. They're made to be broken. I don't know if you can tell by the catchphrase. I don't know if you can tell by the houses. I don't know if you can tell by the looks. But Miss Pecan is about standing out. I really like the motif that I'm seeing so far of taking a species silhouette and imprinting a different species on top of it. Like the pangolin moment with the anteaters. I like that Pecan is trying to look like a chipmunk. I really like how her recent outfit is, it's very different. It almost feels like Northern European, like Swedish almost, like she's out in the prairies or something like that. But in the houses, this is where you really see her identity, because even when she changes it up, it's still her. Something about that cut crease that she has with the pink eyeshadow, the way that her wing goes out, the cat eye look that she has matches that house. Like, she's a very sophisticated person. She has a very deep understanding about who she is as a person, and her house just makes sense. Like I said, even when she changes it up, that still looks like Pecan. I like this character a lot. I did not know that she existed before I made this video. I'm putting her in Mother. Next we have Poppy. Her favorite saying is, it's all about positive thinking. And her catchphrase is nutty. The name is a reference to the poppy flower, which is a reference to the color of her fur, just for the people who like to get into the references. The first outfit, not really into it, but the second outfit matches her a lot, especially when you look at her most recent house, okay? This is like autumn girl cottagecore. This would be a fantastic addition to an aesthetic that wants to get a little bit whimsical, a little bit magical, a little bit girly, a little bit autumn, but still keep it cottagecore. Like, I'm thinking like her and Felicity would be great members of your town or your island. Are there any villagers that have like a winter and a summer? Because then you could have winter, summer, fall, and spring with all of those together. Ooh, wouldn't that be cool? Poppy's fun. She doesn't go crazy like Pecan does, right? But she goes far enough to be Girlypop. Next we have Ricky. His favorite saying is, you've got to break a few shells to get to the nuts. And his catchphrase is nutcase. Before I start getting into this, I want to say I do like the yellow and blue. I think the blue swirl on his tail is really cute. Outfit, hate it. We have a unibrow girly that makes it cute. He just makes it boring. I do like the mouth. The mouth is a fun design, but all the squirrels all have like really unique faces, so that can't carry him. The house is giving like Gatlinburg. For girlies who are Southern like me, who have been to Gatlinburg, who are a little bit, you know, I think we all know what I'm saying about that. It's like this isn't my people. We have way too many options. For squirrels, I don't really see this one. Skip. Next we have Sally. Her favorite saying is, even the smallest acorn may grow into the tallest tree. And her catchphrase is, nutmeg. I don't know why, but I just feel like she says it in a southern, it's nutmeg. I think that Sally probably listens to No Name a lot. Maybe it's like the droopy eyes or something, but she's giving normal. She's got the normal personality type, and sometimes the normal gives normal. Her most recent 2 houses are really cute, and her second outfit in her timeline is the cutest to me. We got to get rid of that winter sweater because the winter sweater did something to one of the cats too that just wasn't it. What was it, like Lola, Lulu? It happened to Lolly, now it's happening to Sally. In Lolly's defense, it matched the fur. Sally, I don't get it. She's okay. So I guess that's it. She's okay. Like a week okay, honestly. Next we have Sheldon. His favorite saying is winners never quit and quitters never win. And his catchphrase is cardio. Okay, so we have definitely jog. She's giving jog. Sheldon is an interesting one because I think the juxtaposition of him being in a type that I normally don't see as Girlypop. Every now and then the jocks will give you a little bit of serve, but most of the time it's giving like sweaty gym aesthetic. Here's the funny thing. Sheldon being a squirrel, naturally really cute. I think that the yellow and orange, really, really lovely color scheme, and his face also unique, much like the squirrels give. His outfits, not really giving much. It's giving jock. The purple initially is really cute just because purple and yellow complement each other really well. Lakers core, I guess. Once again, jock moment. What I really want to touch on is I've been sitting here seeing the squirrels do the fruit thing, and it doesn't make sense for them. But this cottagecore deep forest look that we saw with Poppy, and now we're seeing in the most recent iteration of Sheldon's house, this is what I want from the squirrels. While Sheldon might have a personality type that doesn't necessarily resonate too much with girly popology, the color scheme in that house can really round out a look. And I like that like deep forest mushroom, but with the tone of yellow that matches Sheldon. This is a look, and controversial take, but I think that Sheldon is quite Girlypop. Next we have Static. His favorite saying is lightning never strikes twice, and his catchphrase is okay, camp. We're getting looks. We're getting the color scheme, gorgeous. This is giving like Toxel evolution line personified in Animal Crossing. It's rocker, but it's still giving like cutesy about it. I think because it's the squirrel. I do like the yellow, the green, the purple all together in his color scheme. I think that's really cute. The one thing I want to dock points for, that recent outfit. I think the first outfit looked better because the first outfit matched the color scheme more. Why did y'all give him this bomber jacket that doesn't even like match the tones, you know? In New Leaf, he lost a little bit of that pizzazz, that mojo in the house, but I think New Horizons is really cool. Like the black wicker with the skull carpet, the very industrial walls. Static is definitely like giving 29-year-old rocker dude. If you get what I'm saying. While I probably wouldn't use Static in my personal village, town, island, I do see a lot of potential for Static. I'm putting Static in Girlypop. Next we have Sylvana. Her favorite saying is remember to see the forest between the trees, and her catchphrase is hubbub. According to the information presented to me, her name is possibly a reference to the Latin term silva, which means forest. We have a fruit outfit moment, which doesn't make sense. You guys can see the material here, but I will give compliments to one thing. This is an advanced color scheme that does cross the finish line in a way that's very satisfying. I like the deep forest wallpaper and floor for the squirrel girlies, and while you might not think that her color scheme matches this like sort of sakura forest moment, this cherry blossom forest moment, her ears have that color that anchors her to her house in the end. The first few houses, very, very weak, and I do think that the outfit does not match. But that house, I really like it. I think that her face is really cute. I can look past it for that last house, in all honesty. This is tough because we have to dock a lot of points, but that final house is just, she's just so sweet, and there's something so demure and gentle and like, I don't know, she's the gentle creature. I have to put her in a very, very weak Girlypop. Very weak Girlypop, a lot of promising future. weak though. Next we have Tasha. Her favorite saying is, "There's no such thing as a safe secret." And her catchphrase is, "Nice, nice." So it's believed that she pays homage to Natasha Fatale from the cartoon The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends. I know that I'm an old queen, but I'm pretty sure everybody watching this does not know what that is. My analytics do say that I do have some people who are a little bit older, but I even think that, like, I don't know, that's such like a deep cut reference, but I'm not mad at it. I like a reference, and I like something that opens my eyes up to different parts of pop culture that I may not have known of. So thank you for that, Tasha. All in all, Tasha doesn't feel like she was meant to be here. Tasha feels like she's supposed to be like a secret agent, and I very much get that vibe. The only time that she really feels at home is in her first appearance. I really see like a little bit more of a home, but in her other iterations, it honestly feels like she's just got an Airbnb and she is like scoping out the place. I don't know what mission she's on. I don't know what she's up to, and I guess she's doing a good job because of that. Her outfits don't really like give me like yes queen, but they do make sense for her, especially the most recent one. All in all, Tasha's like fun, and I get the reference and it's done well, but we are really spoiled for choice here, and I don't really even see like this aesthetic even complimenting a lot of the girly pops that we've seen so far. I'll put her in looks around. And finally, we have Viche. Her favorite saying is, "Two heads are better than one." And her catchphrase is splat-tastic. We've already talked about the Splatoon moment, but she's a cosplay of Marie from Splatoon. Or is it Mary? Like I said, I haven't gotten into Splatoon, but I do know of it because I know how significant it is to the girly pops. I mean, if the other one got girly pop, then this one gets girly pop too. It's fun. It's fun. Like, imagine having a Squirrel Splatoon character on your island. I mean, who's gonna be mad at that? And that is the Girlypop tier list of all of the Squirrel villagers in Animal Crossing. Thank y'all all so much for watching. If you've made it this far, I hope you enjoyed this analysis. I have to say, the squirrels have woken me up to something really interesting that I did not expect from Animal Crossing. The cats were quite diverse, but they were a little bit on the nose. The anteaters were extremely on the nose. The squirrels are all over the place, but in some way, like, that chaos is its theme. We saw some developments in the recent iterations of the games that are starting to show a more through line moment with the squirrels. But all in all, I feel like the squirrels concept is individualization, is standing apart, is being like very much a star. And you see that with how many girly pops we got in the squirrels. And all of them are very different. Very interesting, very fascinating. I'm interested to know what the next species will show us about the design elements and the girly popology of Animal Crossing. Anyway, whatever you're up to next, I hope it goes by super, super well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye.